Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Having mercy on the whole of mankind, keeps all beings in existence and protects them all against fear and horror. Trusting ourselves in the honorable name of the only God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I start my speech. As a Muslim, I'm fond of reading the Holy Quran. I used to find a gorgeous verse that is related to ourselves as human beings. And it exactly sounds, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا تهنوا ولا تحزنوا وأنتم الأعلون إن كنتم مؤمنين صدق الله العظيم. The meaning is, and do not feel feeble nor grief, and you are the most exalted in case you are believers. Quran Surah Al-Imran, verse 139. And I want to ask you, are we capable to go through a lot of difficulties of life? Or as such a weak human being, we just sit in the corner of our room desperately without any effort? Greeting greatly to the judge of speech competition, greeting greatly to the all participants, and happy viewers. Today, I'm here precisely for delivering my speech about overcoming mental health issue of the youth. Did you realize, everybody, the verse I just mentioned above surely motivated us to be always confident and never despair in every single situation. Indeed, we as youth must be convinced about ourselves that is every throbbing of time is precious. Every its potential inside of our body is a valuable thing that we have to believe in and appreciate too. Because the youth period is the golden opportunity of each human's life on earth. So, what is actually the meaning of the youth? As right I know, the youth, it is time full of hope, filled with ideas, lot of experience with a strong physical form, hurrying accurately, walking fast, doing everything meticulously. Therefore, it is appropriate that the youth is the most crucial phase of the living life. Happy viewers, if you give a little sight around us now, a huge amount of youth are living a prosperity. But unfortunately, a lot of youth also are trapped in the depth of misery that feeling useless, untalented, and the great mental breakdown because of belief with the verbal harassment, body shaming, talent shaming, even the physical harassment by social circle around them. Moreover, the mental health problem will probably exist to be insecurity. The insecurity is related to the condition of the body as a whole, reduce sometimes quality of life, and often compare ourselves to the others. This condition shouldn't be ignored due to could be the core of the mental health in form of depression. The depression itself is one of the mental disruption which is affected to the behavior, someone's emotion, and the way of thinking. And if it's intentionally and continuously happen to the youth without any appropriate treatment, it will definitely get the risk of interference such as self-under pressure, hopeless, negative thought, social anxiety. Even the worst is suicide experimental. But the point of view that sometimes happen is some mistaken way of treatment usually neglect by youth in the feeling of depression, isn't it? Happy viewers, as a youth, let's focus on the handling the mental depression truly and with the right way. In accordance, we may not be stubborn emotionally and do not ever think that ourselves are priceless. The mental depression as a result of the insecurity is actually could be recovered. It obviously depends on how, as a youth, to release our body from the cycles of the mental depression. But the huge challenge is, what is the right way to do? Are we able to pass the hard phase of the mental depression and insecurity? Yes, the answer is yes, I'm built and I believe we can pass the hard situation. Here's the things with the 2 ways to heal the mental depression. First of all, self-love. As a youth, we should faithfully be grateful as if we were gifted like anybody else were gifted. principally holding on to our own self-esteem by carrying the strengths of ours and sincerely change the way of thinking positively in order to achieve what we dream of. After our love for ourselves has been increased, eventually we will, secondly, strengthen the confidence, improving the self-confidence to keep always our thinking positively and build an integrity for our potential and skill. Do not be narrow-minded for any kind of critics and harassment they mean. If our depression has been shaped by relative or authority figure criticizing us, recognize this. Let the past go, and one step at a time. And always remember, the two of the most important are focus on what we have and act ourselves on what we love. Last but not least, the crucial but is not, thirdly, finding the support system and the good vibes of society. It's not wrong to leave a place that not suits you, but it doesn't mean that we have to leave the bad memories behind with that place. It's never hard to choose a good environmental to avoid the mental depression. This will build an integrity and a positive self-image to treat ourselves for mental depression condition. And the most important is keep our integrity and the positive image in a good way. Dear viewers, with these three methods, we can heal ourselves from the mental depression. And we can heal our body and we can look after ourselves from mental depression and be the real form of us. And we can start it from now. Dear viewers, I do believe in myself. If we be the real of us, we can reach a stability on the mental health. Well, the mental health is the amazing condition we can actualize our potential in normal form of society in order to achieve what we dream of and our prosperity. At the last of my speech, I quote, "If you want to live a happy life, tie it to the goal, not to the people or the persons." Thank you.